welcome to Sumayya's English Classroom. If you're watching this channel for the first time, do subscribe for more videos and enable the bell icon to get notified. Hi students, welcome to the third and last part of the chapter, The Portrait of a Lady. When I decided to go abroad for further studies, I was sure my grandmother would be upset. I would be away for 5 years, and at her age one could never tell. But my grandmother could. She was not even sentimental. She came to leave me at the railway station but didn't talk or show any emotion. Her lips moved in prayer, her mind was lost in prayer, her fingers were busy telling the beads of a rosary. Silently, she kissed my forehead, and when I left, I cherished the moist imprint as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us. Okay, later our order left the city home for further studies. He thought that she would be very upset and emotional. He would be away for 5 years. He is going away for 5 years for his further studies. And she was too old. The author was frightened whether he could meet her alive next time. But grandmother had no change in her expressions. She was not at all sentimental or emotional. She went to the railway station to leave him, but she didn't talk or show any emotion. What was she doing? She was chanting her prayer in silence, and her mind was lost in prayer. What was there in her hands? Yes, her fingers were busy telling the beads of rosary. Then silently she kissed him on his forehead. Our author felt moist imprint after kiss on his forehead. He cherished. Cherished means something that is dear to us. That is what cherished. So the wet impression of the kiss by his beloved grandma was so dear to him. He was disturbed with the thought that perhaps that may be the last physical contact between them. But she has no any change in emotions. Okay, then, but that was not so. After 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the railway station. She did not look a day older. She still had no time for words. While she clasped me in her arms, I could hear her reciting her prayers. Even on the first day of my arrival, her happiest moments were with her sparrows, whom she fed longer and with frivolous rebukes. So he was very anxious about her old age and meeting with his grandma. But after 5 years, he came back and he met her at the railway station. She has the same look. She had the same look. Okay. Not one day older. Still, she had no time to talk as she was silently doing her prayers. When she clasped him, clasp means held tightly. Okay, held tightly in her arms. He could hear her reciting prayers. Even on his first day of arrival, her happiest moments were not with her grandson but with her sparrows. She was feeding them for a long time and having frivolous rebukes. What's the meaning of it? Frivolous rebukes. In a naughty way, she was scolding the sparrows lightheartedly. Okay, not at all serious scolding, but it's full of love and happiness. Then, in the evening, a change came over her. She did not pray. She collected the women of the neighborhood, got an old drum, and started to sing. For several hours, she thumbed the sagging skins of the dilapidated drum and sang of the homecoming of warriors. We had to persuade her to stop to avoid overstraining. That was the first time since I had known her that she did not pray. Okay, there in the evening, a change came over her condition. All of a sudden, she stopped praying. Now we also have an idea or a portrait of this grandma in our minds. How was she? She was always praying. She rarely talks to anyone, always spending time with spinning wheel, and she was in her prayers all the time. But now she stopped praying. Then she went to neighborhood. There she met women and collected all of them together. Then what was she doing there? She got an old drum and started to sing. For several hours she thumbed. Thumb means hitting. The sagging skins of the dilapidated drum. What's the meaning of sagging? Sagging means sinking downwards. Here it means a loose surface of the drum. Dilapidated. What's the meaning of dilapidated? Ruined or worn out. So she got an old drum which has a loose surface and a worn out old drum, and using this or thumbing on it, she started singing. So now she was singing with this women in the neighborhood. What was the song? The song was about homecoming of warriors. Warriors means fighters. Okay. The whole family requested or persuaded means requested to stop singing to avoid overstraining, because she had been singing for several hours. But she was singing for several hours. As she is too old, the family got tensed that she might fall ill due to the overstrain. The next morning, she was taken ill. It was a mild fever, and the doctor told us that it would go. But my grandmother thought differently. She told us that her end was near. She said that since only a few hours before the close of the last chapter of her life, she had omitted to pray, she was not going to waste any more time talking to us. Okay, what is in this paragraph? Let's see. Then after this singing for several hours, what happened to our grandma? Yes, the next morning she fell ill. It was a mild fever. The doctor came and checked and said that there is nothing to worry. She would be okay gradually. But grandma thought differently. What was her thought? My end is near, she said so. She thought that she would die soon. She started praying again, saying that this was the last chapter in her life, and she didn't want to waste her time talking to others. Okay, then we protested, but she ignored our protests. She lay peacefully in bed, praying and telling her beads. Even before we could suspect, her lips stopped moving and the rosary fell from her lifeless fingers. A peaceful pallor spread on her face, and we knew that she was dead. But the family tried to stop her from doing so, as she was very, very weak. But She didn't obey anyone. She continued to pray. Then what happened? She was lying on bed peacefully and telling her beads. Beads means counting on rosary beads. After some time, her lips stopped moving and the rosary fell from her lifeless fingers. What happened? Oh God, our grandma dies. A peaceful pallor spread on her face, means her face was so calm and serene. Thus she died. In the last paragraph, let's see the funeral ceremony. We lifted her off the bier and, as is customary, laid her on the ground and covered her with a red shroud. After a few hours of mourning, we left her alone to make arrangements for her funeral. In the evening, we went to her room with a crude stretcher to take her to be cremated. The sun was setting and had lit her room and veranda with a blaze of golden light. We stopped halfway in the courtyard. All over the veranda and in her room, right up to where she lay dead and stiff wrapped in the red shroud. Thousands of sparrows sat scattered on the floor. There was no chirping. We felt sorry for the birds, and my mother fed some bread for them. She broke it into little crumbs, the way my grandmother used to, and threw it to them. The sparrows took no notice of the bread. When we carried my grandmother's corpse off, they flew away silently, quietly. Next morning, the sweeper swept the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. This is the last paragraph. Okay, what is described in the last paragraph? There they started funeral prayers and ceremony. Customary means traditional, ritual. Okay, as a part of rituals and tradition, they place her body on the ground and cover her with a red shroud. What shroud? Shroud is a long piece of cloth used to wrap a dead person. Okay, after a few hours of mourning means lamentations. Okay, we did the arrangements, means they did the arrangements for her funeral. In the evening, they took her body on the crude stretcher. Okay, crude stretcher. Crude means roughly made, an ordinary one. Okay, they took her body on the crude stretcher for what? For cremation. Cremation means what? As it is their custom, the body is burnt after death. At this time, the sun was setting and her room and veranda were lit with a blaze of golden light. Blaze means shining light from the sun. Okay, we stopped halfway in the courtyard. Why? What happened there? When we were taking her body to the funeral, we stopped halfway in the courtyard. All over the veranda and in her room, right up to where she lay dead stiff, wrapped in the red shroud, who were sitting there in the veranda? Thousands of sparrows were sitting on the floor. Their dear nanny was no more. Their grandma was no more. Actually, it was a strange and unusual scene. The birds came there to mourn the death of the one who fed them for many days. They were not chirping. They were not making sounds. They, means the family members, they felt sorry for them, and the other's mother brought some breadcrumbs and threw it to them. But it was shocked to see that the sparrows did. The sparrows didn't touch the bread and took no notice of it. They were watching the corpse being taken. Okay, corpse means dead body. It's taken for the cremation. When we carried my grandmother's corpse, ops means dead body off, they flew away quietly. Next morning, the sweeper set the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. It's really touching, right? An affectionate relation that was there between the grandmother and the sparrows within some days. Okay, my dear students, this is the end of the chapter. Now let's see some expressions explained. First one is winter landscape in the mountains. What's the meaning of it? The author's grandmother used to wear spotless white clothes. She had silvery hair, white all over. She looked like the winter landscape in the mountains covered with snow. She recited her prayers all the time, so had a serene expression on her face, which was like the peaceful white mountains. Okay, another one, the thought was almost revolting. That is, the old grandmother often told the children of the games she used to play as a child. It seemed absurd, means foolish or unbelievable, and even indecent on her part. The children treated those stories like fables. They found it hard to believe that their grandmother could have ever been young and pretty. They had always seen her as an old lady, so they liked to think of her only as their grandmother. Another one is mourning sparrows. That is, the association or friendship of the old lady with the sparrows began in the city. Left alone, she sought the company of the sparrows. She fed them every day in the afternoon. The birds became very friendly and attached with her. So they felt bereaved when she died. They gathered around her and sat quietly until the dead body was carried off. Okay, then next one is busy grandma in the city home. When the author got a room of his own in the city home, the old lady accepted her aloofness calmly. Aloofness means loneliness calmly. She worked on her spinning wheel all day long and recited her prayers. Only in the afternoon did she take a half-hour break to rest and to feed the birds. These are the expressions explained. Hope you have understood this chapter. Thank you.